All right, everyone, we welcome you inside the Driscoll Arena here in Fall River, Massachusetts for tonight's coverage of high school ice hockey on YouTube and on local television. A great Division II matchup as the 4-5 Somerset Berkley Raiders host the 2-6 Plymouth North Eagles. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan Hamblett alongside Mikey Alves on commentary with Brian Moniz running the camera. Mikey, it's a big game for Somerset Berkley. One win away from getting back to 500 on the season, and it's a great matchup against another Division II side.
Yeah, and I feel like if they really want to grab this win today, they have to start fast and set the tone early. Get pucks in deep and use your speed. Somerset's, for a local team, they're probably the fastest team in this area, and I think if they can just get off strong early and stay disciplined, they'll be fine.
The Raiders are in white, the Eagles are in black. This game is underway. Colin Lush will take it on the near side. It's eventually cut off by Cam Baker. Dished on to the side by Palladino. Lush will get a step to it as he leaves it for Sylvia. Carter Sylvia's fan pass attempt gets to the red line. McKenna helped deflect it backwards. Lush will send it up. It did not take a touch off of Adam Bastis. That's an early icing. 21 seconds in. Mikey, this Plymouth North side is without 5 of their players, and they are without 3 of their juniors. It's going to be a very interesting test for them tonight.
Yeah, you know what that means. The younger dudes and the freshmen and sophomores with not as much experience are going to have to step up big tonight.
Face off on the right side of Rodriguez. Shot attempt from the line was blocked. That was Dio who took it. Almost popped in the middle for Palladino. Sylvia will get it up the ice. He can't connect tape to tape with McKenna. Icing will be waved off here. Jason Smith looking to go around behind the net. Tapped forward. Milne was in the area. Palladino will get it back to neutral ice. Anthony Diello on the backhand dump. Good pass into the middle. Making the move is Baker. A stick down, Camara, and Lush in the area. Here comes De Silva with it. He'll send it in. First to it for the Eagles is Daniel McLaughlin. Around to the right side, Nate McGaughy. Turned over, 2-on-1 the other way. Shot, save Rodriguez. That was a tight shot by Pat Doherty. That name might sound familiar from last year's matchup. Went to overtime last year. He had a chance to win it in overtime, and he hit the crossbar in a breakaway attempt. And that was the first good look there, Mikey, from the Eagles.
Yeah, it was a really quality shot, chance, and I'm not sure if it got a piece of Rodriguez, but he stood tall there.
Offside is whistled at the blue line. That's our second whistle. Let's meet the head coaches. Justin Kuchar, first season with Somerset Berkley, 4-5 is his record. Gym teacher at Somerset Berkley. Unfortunately, no Sean Cody in attendance for Plymouth North, so Ron High is the de facto head coach tonight. But Mikey, you and I were discussing before the game. Sean Cody has a very impressive resume, and it's a shame he can't be here tonight.
Yeah, especially being a coach at this level and, you know, having experience in the AHL. Oh, what a shot. Like that, I can't imagine how much that helps out these younger kids, and I'm sure they really look up to a head coach with that kind of resume.
That's the first save for junior goalie for Plymouth North, Trevor Golden, as Camara entered in on the right side. It was kept in at the line by Gonzalez. Rebello beaten to the puck by Thomas McCosh. Nice hit off to the side. 2 Eagles in there. Smith and McGaughy. Arm goes up. Looks like we have a delayed offside as both teams will do a line change. Back to the right side it goes. A nice deke by Smith. Smith with a stumble at the red line. Schneider sending it up the ice. Royd's able to get it to the left. That's the freshman Rebello hauled down right in front of the bench. Here's the restart. It's backhanded up. Took a deflection. Colin Lush will take it. Can't connect with anybody. Closest Raider to it was Cam Johnson. McCosh sends it back to the right side as it's dumped in again. Puck ends up in the corner. Favorable bounce for Plymouth North. Lush gets the stick in there to help poke it away. Johnson can't get it out. Rodriguez will make the glove save as Dominic Palladino, the junior forward, got it on frame. Now you were mentioning the junior seniors are going to have to step up big tonight. A lot of juniors, as you look up and down this Plymouth North roster, they have 9 juniors that are active today, Mikey.
Yeah, and that's a huge advantage for a team like that. When you have upperclassmen that have, you know, much more experience than others on their team, they help contribute to scoring a lot.
A couple seniors in the mix as well. There's only 1 freshman, which is the backup goaltender, and Jason Hannon. McKenna tried to get it to Bastis. It'll be tapped back into the zone by the captain, Johnny Milne. Baker gets a stick down left at the line. McLaughlin trying to get it on back. Here comes Carter Sylvia up on the left side. Tried to dish it for McKenna. He can't get back to the puck. Gonzalez will retreat on backwards, and now it might be a one-on-one chance here for Baker. Baker on the backhand got deflected. He was trying to dish it into the middle where Palladino was waiting for it. Puck will squirt out of the blue line. So Whiskey races on back, and Smith will get control of it 3.5 minutes in. Back around the boards it goes. Nate McGaughey back on the ice. Now it's Milne stepping up. 2-on-1, and he couldn't get the backhand away. Gabe Gonzalez got the stick down. Gabe Gonzalez has been doing tremendous work this year. Team captain, 3 goals, 2 assists in his junior season. Milne still trying to fish that puck out. Gonzalez working with him. Back to the line it goes. Here's Smith shooting it, blocked. This might be a breakaway. It's going to be close. Adam Bastis gets to it, makes the move, and he can't put it in. Oh boy, Adam Bastis had Golden beat. The chance is still on though. The Eagles whacking for it. Diello's gonna shoot it, and it goes wide of the corner. What a chance there, Mikey, from Adam Bastis.
Yeah, I think Golden lucked out big time there because he seemed so indecisive. He didn't know whether to go for the puck or to go back in his crease, and he just couldn't make the decision in time, but he got lucky there.
Back in front of us, a nice move by the sophomore Camara. Camara poke check by Doherty. Dumped back in, it goes off the blocker of Golden. Camara gets back to it for the Raiders, and a 1-on-1 matchup is right along the side board. Left short, Sawicki gets it away. And McGaughey will send it down. Rodriguez out of his crease. Played over to the right side. Lush off of De Silva. Shot at the line as blockered away. Garrett Kelly took the shot. Back over the middle it goes. McLaughlin gets it behind the red line. Will send it in. Diello, one of the tallest players out there, as JJ's pointed out. Very Aiden Marcos-esque from years past. Almost fell to the stick of McLaughlin, trying to work on the right side. Favorable bounce here, but Schneider couldn't send it into the middle. Philip Schneider, one of those junior forwards. Camara with another nice nudge. Raider Nation making their presence known, banging the boards whenever they get a chance. Picked back up by Pat Doherty, and the follow-up chance will go off to the side. Schneider will send it down low. A lot of zone time here for the Eagles on this shift. Diello will finally help get it away back to neutral ice. A good shift there from the Plymouth North side.
Yeah, they're playing at their pace significantly right now. I think Somerset has to get their legs up underneath them because they don't really seem like they're making crisp passes out there. They're kind of, just throwing the puck away like they did right there, and they just need to wake up.
Shot attempt, Rodriguez with another one. McLaughlin took it again. McLaughlin hit by Diello, and here comes Royds with it. Royds tried the cross ice to chase Lyons as it'll go down. No icing here. Played over the middle, McKenna cuts it off. His shot is maybe off the side of the post. Golden might have gotten a piece of that. 2 good looks that the Raiders have had. There's a touch. I think we got a penalty coming up. And we do. It's going to go against Somerset Berkley. Well, it happened in the corner. Did you see what happened there, Mikey? It looks like there might have been an elbow. Somebody might have fell down for Plymouth North.
No, I didn't there. This is definitely not what Somerset wants. If anything, they need the other way around. They need Plymouth North to be taking some undisciplined penalties if they want to tie, if they want to score.
So first power play of the night goes in favor of the Eagles. Don't let that 2-6 record fool you. They've had a really tough strength of schedule, and they had a terrific win in their last game, which was against their rival in Plymouth South. Deflected backwards off to the side by Doherty, and now it's McLaughlin controlling away to the right to Milne. Don't try to get it. Now it's McKenna. Had Sylvia in the middle. Will just backhand it in deep. Sylvia will give it a chase. Still working with that puck behind Golden's net, but the Eagles able to walk away with it on the right side. 8 minutes to go. Period 1. Still scoreless from Driscoll. This Division II ice hockey matchup. The Raiders came in number 35 in the latest D2 power rankings. Plymouth North came in number 21 as Rodriguez will make another save. It's off the blocker, and it goes out of play. But you know what, Mikey? Even if you don't win this game, no matter what side you're on, getting the experience against a team that'll most likely, knock on wood, make the state tournament in your division, it's always good to have that experience ready and to be prepared the rest of the way.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like you said, despite the record, this team is evidently very, very strong. And just because they play tough opponents and lost to them doesn't mean this isn't a good hockey team.
Milne gets it away to the left side. Palladino on the backhand, and it's going to come out of the zone. Unable to hold it was Smith. Jason Smith with the chop pass. McLaughlin tried to leave it. It's picked up by Doherty. Doherty resets on back. Over to Palladino again. Fanned on the pass attempt. Kamara got a nudge in there. Four bodies fighting for it. It finds the stick of Milne. Short side, and he roofed it. That was similar to the goal that Palladino scored in last year's matchup here in the first period. He didn't miss it by much. Milne's going to walk back into the zone again, trying to kick it to himself against Lush. Milne resets in the corner, looking for a lane. Palladino got it on Rodriguez, and the second attempt was sticked by Diallo. Some of the fans wanted a penalty called on that, but Diallo sends it down the ice with 20 seconds to go. On the man advantage, we had a whistle and a stoppage of play. Looks like we have another penalty coming up, and it looks like it's going against Plymouth North, so that will get us 4-4 for 18 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, they were starting to smother Somerset there, the Plymouth North Eagles. And, you know, this is a break for Somerset. This is a good chance to get back in the hockey game and swing the momentum the other way. I mean, they're lucky the score is just 0-0 right now.
It'll be 1 minute, 42 seconds. The difference between the penalties, 4-on-4 for 18. Played behind the net. It's too far for Kamara. Jacob Dio on the left side gets it away. 2-on-2 rush the other way for the Eagles. And nice step. McKenna made a nice hit right along that sideboards again. That was against, looked like Logan Chapman. Deflected up the ice. The Raiders are now on the power play. The Eagles will get it clear. It's off of Gabe Gonzalez. Now in a race to the puck against Baker. Back around the boards it goes for Gavin Kamara to Adam Bastos out of the box. Bastos cuts into the middle. Got the shot away, but it wasn't on frame. Bastos has space, right side. Will play it down low. He receives it again. Hopped over his stick. Able to get the backhand away, but it's quickly sent down by the Eagles. Now Rodriguez is going to have to get back into the crease, and a nice hit made by Baker on Gonzalez. The Eagles keep it in as they send it around. Intended target is Baker. Kamara will leave it, but he receives it right back. Sylvia got it back to him. Tried to work 1-on-3. Back to the other side. Sawiski will hold it up and can't send it all the way, but it's going to work for Milne here. 1-on-1 on Gonzalez. Milne makes the move. Tried to come in on the backhand. Knocked away. Milne now working 1-on-3 just like Kamara was doing. Kamara can't walk out. Milne, the shot is blocked by Bastos. Follow up at the line, sent right back down. Rodriguez stays at home again. Gonzalez away to Carter Sylvia, into the zone. Sylvia had Lyons on the left side. He can't get it over to him, and it's sent down the length of the ice. Well, although it's a Raiders power play, it seemed like it was a 4-on-4 out there just on the chances from either side.
Yeah, it seems like Somerset's just trying to survive the rest of this period right now. I mean, I don't know what they need to wake up, and maybe a big hit to swing the momentum the other way, but it's not looking good for them right now.
Rodriguez has to cover. A little bit of a misplay there by Carter Sylvia working against Johnny Milne. 4:54 left in the first period. 7 seconds to go on the Somerset Berkley power play. Good amount of fans showing up here on a Saturday night. That goes for both ways, too. A lot of Plymouth North fans are right in front of us, but Raider Nation always appears right on the right side. Diallo trying to get it away from Doherty, able to get it to Rebello. Pop back in the middle. Lush will get it over to Da Silva. Lions looking up the ice for Rebello, but the Eagles will get to it with Dio. Jacob Dio to the left side. A couple nice passes. Another chance. Doherty shot high off the boards. Picked up by McGaughey, looking down low. Doherty tried the self-pass on Lush. It wouldn't work. Glove down. Doherty fakes the slap shot. Will take the wrist shot off the stick of Da Silva. Diallo now trying to get it away. Caught behind him, and Rodriguez will make the glove snag as Doherty found it right through traffic.
Yeah, and I noticed what's working really well for Plymouth North right now, and the difference in this hockey game is their breakout is very clean. Somerset's breakout has been very sloppy. They kind of have their heads down while trying to move the puck. Plymouth North is just keeping their head up and making very clean passes.
Rodriguez has the face-off on his left. The Eagles got back to it, a chance in front, and it wouldn't go. A miss right on the short side by Philip Schneider. Bastos able to tap it out of the zone. Can McKenna get there in time? No, he can't. It's going to be an icing. I mentioned Plymouth North has 5 inactives today. Their inactives are Hudson Stewart, Ian Bernard, Jack Huggan, Dominic Mata, and Brandon Smith. 3 juniors, 2 sophomores. Eagles again pick it up in front, unable to get it away. Right in the middle, couldn't tell who that was. Might have been Chapman. Bastos trying to get to it behind the net, the body falling down. Played up the ice the other way, and Gonzalez will get there first. He plays it off the board. Sylvia will tap it forward, looking to find Bastos against Jason Smith. Bastos tried to do a sneaky little angle move, and it's going to work. Bastos on the backhand, couldn't get it back away to Sylvia. And it won't stay in the zone. Gonzalez has to dump it back in with 3.5 to go. Here's Lucas Machado, cross-ice pass. Finds Carter Sylvia, and he lost it against Smith. Race up the other way. Palladino scores! Dominic Palladino, similar shot as last year, and just like last year, he's put Plymouth North in front.
Yeah, it was an excellent stop by Palladino. I feel like Plymouth North was due for one there. But despite the score being 1-0 Plymouth North, Somerset had 2 gifted breakaways that they just couldn't capitalize on from Plymouth North's mistakes, and it's an interesting game right now.
11:48 will be the time. The goal for the junior forward, Dominic Palladino. And now they're looking to try to get a second one here. It's on the side, the backhand in front. Rodriguez might have gotten a piece of it. That was Palladino entering in again with Cam Baker. Here comes Gavin Camara up the other way, off the sideboards, looking to find Lyons. There was a stick in there by Golden. De Silva on the backhand, chopped by Camara. Palladino for the Eagles, hit by Camara, and it's going to come out of the zone. Lush couldn't get to it in time. Anthony Diallo gets it away, some help from De Silva to tap it forward. Daniel McLaughlin gets it behind. We'll look to start it up the other way, but he plays it off to the right side. A little bit of a mishit pass by Sawiski. McGaughey, now Milne. Milne on the backhand. Can't connect with anybody in black. Here's Lush trying to play it short for De Silva. Jake De Silva had a nice effort in the last game here on Wednesday against the Co-op of Old Rochester and Fairhaven. It was a 4-1 win for the Raiders, and they're now 3-0 in SEC play. Nice step to the puck. De Silva got it away. Here comes Royds. Royds will send it off the sideboards, again looking to give it a chase. Pick back up. Royd's got it on frame. Golden will kick it away off to the side. But I think you touched upon it earlier in the period, Mikey. It just seems like Somerset Berkley is just dumping the puck in and trying to catch up to the puck themselves instead of just entering in the zone with the puck.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they haven't really woken up yet. Like, their legs are still not under them. And I wonder how much of an aspect the new coaching change is because of that. Because, you know, Coach Schneider was really old school, and he's really, Coach Couture is really new school, so I wonder how that plays into factor.
Rebella will pick it up on the right side, deflected in front. Cam Johnson got it on frame. Cam Johnson, the junior, still looking for his first career goal. He's been moved up a couple of lines over the years, still unable to bury one, still looking for his first point of the year as well, after having 5 assists in his freshman year. 53 seconds to go in the first period. Gonzalez tries the self-pass. How many men did Plymouth North have on the ice there? They didn't call too many men. Gonzalez will put it off the glove of Golden, looking to get it on back, and it deflects off to the other side. Back to neutral ice it goes. It's picked up by the Eagles. Sent forward again. Not out of the zone, though. Short angle try, a stick down by Lush as McCosh took the shot. Half a minute. Here's Sylvia. We'll dump it in again. A little bit of a misplay by Golden. McKenna can't catch up to the rebound. 2 good looks in the last minute or so. The Raiders unable to capitalize. chopped up the ice. Anthony Diallo tries to make the move. McKenna got back to the puck, back on the other side. McLaughlin turned over. Sylvia can't get it in front to McKenna. Sticks being raised again. 2 seconds, and now action going on the side. Carter Sylvia getting in there, looks like, with Thomas McCosh in a battle of the twos, as the clock is stopped with 1.6 to go. Boy, you can see the energy and intensity on the ice. That just shows how much this game means to both sides, just in that sequence right there.
Yeah, for sure. I just like to see Somerset up their urgency on the puck a lot more, because every time Plymouth North is on the puck, their aggression is significantly helping them out win this battle right now. And Somerset just, I don't know, they don't seem there right now.
It'll be matching penalty, so we'll stay 5-on-5. McKenna trying to get one last chance at the horn. He'll be unable to. Your unofficial shots on goal in that first period. Plymouth North with 8, Somerset Berkley with 7. The lone goal in that first period coming from the Eagle forward, Dominic Palladino. Plymouth North, the road team, ahead 1-0 through 15 minutes of play. If you're watching on our live stream, we have a good amount of viewers at home. We thank you for tuning in. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Mute the mic, and we'll be back for the second period in about 10 minutes. Tape delay, audience. We are All right, everyone, we're back inside the Driscoll Arena here in Fall River, Massachusetts. About ready to start period number 2 in tonight's high school ice hockey matchup between the Plymouth North Eagles and the Somerset Berkley Raiders. 1-0 Plymouth North is the score through 15 minutes of play as Dominic Palladino put a shot short side on Gavin Rodriguez. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds. Keegan Hamblett alongside Mikey Alves on commentary. Brian Moniz, the man running our camera. Mikey, we saw at the end of that first period, things got a little bit chippy out there. Expect that same intensity and energy throughout the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you can definitely see Somerset's getting frustrated early on, but I'm not really liking the body language, honestly, from the team right now. I think they got to wake up, and I hope Coach Couture or one of the coaches said something inspiring to them in the locker room to wake them up, because there's no energy right now.
Here we go in period 2. A dangerous rebound. Rodriguez got the follow-up save, but the net is off its peg, so they're going to reset it off to the side. Gavin Rodriguez on the year is a 4-3 record, a .237 goals against average, and a .917 save percentage. That's 199 saves on 217 shots coming into tonight. He has saved 9 out of 10 so far. Poked out the other way, a 2-on-1 going the other way. Bastis a shot, he scores! Put it on the top shelf, Adam Bastis. He's tied it at 1.
Yeah, excellent shot by Bastis there. I mean, he took the risk not shooting for the rebound or not going for the cross crease pass, but that was an excellent shot. That was a very bold move, and it paid off.
It'll be the 9th goal of the season for Adam Bastis, who's having another terrific year. Since the start of his sophomore year, that's goal number 52. By far and away the most out of anybody on this Raider lineup. Again, it's a co-op with Dighton Rehoboth, Seekonk, and Case. He is a Dighton Rehoboth student and a former member of that DRS team. Mello tried to hold it in. Doherty will get it out. The backhand goes away. Nate McGaughy lost it. The offensive blue line for him. It's going to be dumped right back in by Bastis, and he'll go off for a line change. Back to the right side it goes. McGaughy will be pressured by Camara. Got pressure by Machado as well. Machado will poke it away. Gets it away on the backhand. A little bit forward more by De Silva. Garrett Kelly off the sideboards. A funny bounce into the middle. Camara kept it in for the moment. Doherty walks out the other way, and here comes Doherty. Tried to leave it on back, and Chapman couldn't get his stick down in time. Doherty gets it behind the net. Pat Doherty circling around. Short angle try blocked in front. Now it's Lyons fanning on the clearance attempt, and it deflects on backwards. Nice stumble in the middle. McLaughlin couldn't walk forward with it. Back on the other side it goes. Jacob Dio gets to the puck first. Back behind, Machado away, and pokes forward once again. Deflected back. Here come the Raiders. Camara is offside, and a late nudge there by Jason Smith. Well, I guess you got what you wanted, Mikey, with Kuchar in that locker room talk. The Raiders have come out with a bunch of energy in the second period.
Yeah, they look much, much better in this period so far. You can see their energy's up, the body language isn't, it seemed like they started to feel bad for themselves at the end of the first period, but now something changed in that locker room.
Face-off just outside of the Plymouth North defensive zone, deflected on backwards. Now Dio has to go get it for the Eagles, and he'll get to it first. Jason Smith, a nice move on Royds. Shot attempt is gloved by Rodriguez, as taking it was Philip Schneider with a nice rush up the other way. Rodriguez has the face-off on his left side this time. 2:12 into period number 2 here. The Raiders will walk up the other way with the, here's Rebello stepping in. Lost it against Smith. Back behind Golden's net it goes for Dio. Cross ice feed cut off by the Raiders. Intended target was Schneider. Pops back behind. Here's Smith to the left side to Dio. Dio will dump it off the stick of Colin Lush. Another turnover. It's going to be taken here by the Eagles, and unable to get the backhand away was McLaughlin. Milne was behind the net as well, and Royds gets hauled down. Looked like a stick came up high. No penalty called. Shot got through by Garrett Kelly, and it's saved by Rodriguez. He gets another one in there, coming back around, and he dove down to cover up that other post. Chance isn't done yet, though, for the Eagles. That's played back off to the side. Baker trying to send it back into the middle. To the line it goes, and a one-timer and a save by Gavin Rodriguez. The Carey Price windmill off of Garrett Kelly.
Yeah, like you said, Keegan, I'm not too sure if they missed a call there. I did see hands go up there for that hit, and it did make contact in the corner there. So could have been a missed call, but Plymouth North almost capitalized on the opportunity there.
Cooper Royds, one of the many freshmen on the Somerset Berkley roster, does have an assist this season. Picked up short side, and it wouldn't go. It pops right in front of the crease, and it's deflected up the ice by McKenna. Nearly taken back over by Carter Sylvia. Palladino off the boards, looking to find Baker. Baker deflected into the middle. Here's Milne looking out in front, and it wasn't there. The Raiders still controlling behind, unable to get it forward. Now Sylvia's going to pick it up. The Raiders have numbers. It's behind McKenna. McKenna now has to beat Kelly to the puck. Gets it away to Bastos. On the backhand, too far for McKenna. Sylvia gets to it. It's off the skate of McKenna. McLaughlin hauled down by Bastos. That's Baker. And a whistle and a stoppage of play. Well, Mikey, let's talk about that energy, body language again. We talked about it with Somerset Berkley. Let's look on the Plymouth North side. All of these scratches, you get a new person behind the bench leading the charge just for tonight as Sean Cody, the regular head coach, is out sick. I think Plymouth North has done a terrific job with their body language and energy that they brought out.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, they've looked explosive the entire game so far, nearly halfway through. And I'm very impressed by their speed, too. Their speed and aggression is a deadly combo right now.
Lions with a nice hit. Energy going around. Oh, God, they get a penalty coming up. Interference is the call. Let's see who they got. And the referee just told that guy to shut up down there. That's awesome. I remember last year, that was one of my favorite lines that you had. I know Joey Frank is a big 100% guy. Your big line last year was shut up, but the Plymouth North fans, they are making their presence known. A lot of intensity and energy down there from the fans. And again, it's all of the fans here tonight. This is why hockey's the best sport we have.
Oh, yeah, of course. And Mark Silva, the ref, he's a veteran. He's been around for a long time. He played hockey with my brother. I've seen and heard some foul language said to him, so he's probably just fed up at this point.
Hey, you know what? If you have to deal with it 20 games a year, I don't blame you. It is a penalty against Jake De Silva, so the Eagles are back on the man advantage. Diello behind the net, Milne pressuring. Lush will send it the length of the ice. Now it's Smith. We'll start it up the other way. He'll go to the right side. Milne leaves it. Here comes Palladino. Milne was there ready for it. Diello, the miss on the hit. Smith looks to send it down low again. It'll come all the way around for McLaughlin. McLaughlin to Doherty. Doherty shoots it. Saved by Rodriguez. Back in the air. Backhand try will go wide of the cage. McLaughlin back to the line. Here's Smith feeding it across on the left side. Palladino shoots on a glove save. Boy, these Eagle players, Mikey, they have been getting open. They have had good lanes, but Rodriguez is coming up big every single time so far.
Yeah, you can see how hungry this team is right now for another goal to break this tie, but Rodriguez is playing great. I mean, this second period alone, he's made some very spectacular glove saves, and yeah, I hope he can keep it up.
That's Royds getting to it. He won't be able to get it out of the zone, though. Deflected by Chapman. Around the boards it goes. Palladino to the line. Smith will chop it away to the right. Chapman back across. Palladino, 45 seconds on the man advantage. Smith saw a lane, gives it back. Palladino, Smith, Chapman a one-timer whiffed. Milne looking to find it on roids, deflected, Doherty gets it away. Palladino back to the line, tried it again and he got all of it that time and he didn't miss by much. Palladino still holding on, back to the left side it goes. Doherty walking into the middle, Pat Doherty wants to leave it and there it is and it deflected a couple of times, stays in the zone, now it'll come out after a misread on the pass. Deflected off to the side, here comes McKenna! No, want to go, rebound in front, save, Bastos on the backhand, kick at it by Golden. Wow, what a sequence by both sides there. The Eagles will walk away with it. How did they not score there, Mikey?
I thought I was going to say 3 times is the charm. That was McKenna's second breakaway of the night. It's not going well right now, but he's got to keep his head up and keep going.
Golden elects to play the puck. It would have been an icing had he not touched it, so Smith will help deflect it. Now we get a whistle and a stoppage. It might be offside. 8:16 to go in period number 2, and what's already turning out to be a pretty good game. Next game's coming up for both sides. Will both be Monday at 2:30. Somerset Berkley will be at Westboro. Plymouth North is back at home at the Armstrong Arena in Plymouth, where they will host the defending state champions in Nauset. De Silva will play it up the ice. Does it have enough steam to get all the way down? Yes, it does. Icing called. You saw Golden retreat back, almost wanted to play it. Garrett Kelly was the defender, the senior defender, walking on back to make sure that nobody touched that puck. We'll recap our unofficial shot and goal tally. Plymouth North right now with 15. Somerset Berkley with 10. Take that any way you want to. Deflected in front again. Rebella will get it up the ice. Jacob Dio to the right side. Played over the middle. Resetting on back and coming behind the net is McCosh. Tape to tape it goes. Schneider looking for something up the ice. Shot attempt missed on the short side. Deflected and unable to walk out of the zone with it was Lucas Rebello, another freshman who has an assist on the year. Off the skate of Dio. The Raiders come away with it. They still can't get it out of the zone. Royds fell down to the ice. Getting back to it was Schneider. Finds Milne in the middle, fanned on the shot. Picked back up. On the other side, shot and another glove save as Garrett Kelly took it. Well, Mikey, I tell you, Garrett Kelly, the senior defender, number 3 for Plymouth North, we haven't been saying his name much, but you can see him out on the ice. He's making spectacular plays. It seems like almost every shift he's out there. Yeah,
and players like that kind of get underappreciated sometimes because they're not always on the stat sheet making crazy, fancy plays, but they're a very, very helpful factor out there for their team like that kid. I mean, he's played very strong tonight.
Garrett Kelly is one of 5 seniors that's on the Plymouth North roster. Get a hold up here. Just waiting to see what this is about. Somerset Berkley's got 7 seniors on their roster, if I counted correctly. I probably didn't. I never count correct at all. Well, yeah, I did. 7 seniors on their roster. And now we're going to hold up play here. I don't believe a timeout was called. And a nice little sportsmanship moment there right in the middle with Rodriguez and Golden. They always say goaltenders are interesting characters out on the ice. They're not, Bill are not all mentally there, but they always show, I feel like, the best sportsmanship out of anybody that's out there on the ice.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, but saying like I don't know, the fact that these guys, stand in a crease and get a hard rubber puck shot as hard as they can at them is, you're not all right in the head, but I mean, the great athletes, that's for sure. I feel like the hockey goaltending position in the sport is it's so appreciated and underrated of how hard the job is.
Gavin Rodriguez was not on the varsity team his freshman year. In his sophomore year, he backed up Brandon Silva. He's been splitting duties with Nate Minaj. He's been getting a lot more action this year in his senior years. Career overall, he's 9-10-1 with a .251 goals against average and a .911 save percentage, 534 saves on 586 shots. And Mikey, we all know nobody's going to replace Brandon Silva. Nobody's ever going to live up to that talent that he had. But really, if you're Rodriguez, if you're Moniz over the last few years, I don't think you could have asked for any better.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the fact that Somerset has this many competent goalies that can start and if someone gets injured, they can step up and play good any night. It's very, comforting to know that if their starter goes down, they're not going into panic mode. And, Brandon Silva, I watched him play hockey since I was a little kid, even though he's way younger than me. I mean, it's crazy to think like he's, long gone graduated by now because he was a spectacular goaltender.
Still holding up play here for a couple more seconds. Let's talk about the Plymouth North side real quick. So they're 2-6 on the season. They have yet to win a game on the road this year. They're 0-5 on the road, and yet they have a winning record at home. 2 wins, 1 loss. Sometimes it's those bus rides that get to you. Other times it's just playing on your home ice with the crowd backing you up. But they've come ready to play, and as of right now, they've shown why. We don't like throwing the term deserve around a lot, but they've shown that they believe that they deserve to win at least one game on the road, and it might be tonight. Even if it's a tie, it's a start to maybe improve and help boost their power ranking odds.
Yeah, for sure. And a road game like this, they didn't wake up for school today. It's a Saturday, so I'm sure all these kids got to sleep in. They don't have morning skate. They're not a pro team or college team, so I'm sure those road games where they're right after school and they have to leave school early, their energy is just it's depleting because these kids are waking up at what, 5:30, 6 a.m., probably earlier than that if they have a large commute. But yeah, I mean, they're playing spectacular right now and they don't look rusty at all.
So we're about ready to start back play. The reason for the stoppage, and I just caught it a few seconds ago, they had to fix part of the netting that's all the way on the far side. If you're looking on the screen, it's in the right corner of where Gavin Rodriguez is, pretty much where the official's ready to drop the puck. But always good to get the notes out of the way. We do a lot of prep, so might as well get a lot of the notes out of the way when we can. So the face-off is going to be just on the left side of Rodriguez, deflects to the other side as the Raiders look to get on back to it. McKenna tried to leave it for the trailer man, and Bastos taken back over by Baker. Baker goes by 1, tried to get by 2, leaves it for Palladino, and it got deflected off to the side, maybe behind the net. Rodriguez saw that one through traffic. Colin Sawiski put that one on frame, and he's going to hold for another draw. Well, Mikey, we always talk about the players we got to look out for the rest of the way. We've talked about some of the guys on Somerset Berkley already. Is there anybody on Plymouth North that we've been saying their name a lot and you're thinking to yourself, hey, they're going to be making a big play sooner or later in this game?
Number 21, Jason Smith, his breakouts, he's got a lot of speed. So when he has that low drop in the defensive zone, he just carries it himself and then has his head up and finds open lane. So to me, he's been one of the most impressive players on this team tonight, if not the most impressive.
And there's a reason why he's a captain, right? Got to have that leadership out there. Milne will pick it up. Away to the side. Dio looking to find Milne again. 6:20 to go, period 2, tied at 1 from Fall River. Goal scorers Palladino for Plymouth North and Bastos for Somerset Berkley. Here's Smith, the guy you talked about. Back out to Palladino. At the point, shoots it blocked in front. Rebound will stay in the zone. Picked up by Milne. His shot goes high off the boards. Smith gets it on the other side. Can't connect with Milne. Now it's Carter Sylvia up the middle. Nobody there in white. Palladino gets it away to Smith. Smith looked to find Baker. And a stumble right in the middle. A penalty is coming up. This will be against Plymouth North for a trip, and the Raiders will go to the power play.
Yeah, this is exactly what the Raiders need right now. Just an opportunity to break this tie and go up on the power play here. I mean, their power play didn't look good the first time, but hopefully they can get a better cycle going and get more quality shots on that.
We like to recap every once in a while, just some scores going on in the area. We had a great matchup earlier on this afternoon. Taunton defeated Oliver Ames 4-2. That was a great matchup that they had over there. Somerset Berkley played Taunton in their season opener, round 1 of the Prenda Cup. Taunton won 6-2. Another save here by Golden. Royd's out in front. Follow-up scores! First career goal, Lucas Rebello. The Raiders are back in front.
As cliche as it sounds, that kid Rebello was in the right place at the right time, and he put it away and capitalized there. That was a great play.
Power play goal. Now you got to save that puck and bring it back over to the bench. Congratulations to Lucas Rebello on his first career varsity goal. It's his second point of the season as well. And Cooper Royd should get credit for an assist, which that will be his second point of the season. The freshman connecting big time on that goal to put Somerset Berkley back in front. And I feel like it's still playing out similar to last year. Remember last year when Somerset Berkley hosted Plymouth North, second period, Gavin Camara, who was a freshman last year, he got the goal to put the Raiders ahead. This game's still far from over with over 20 minutes to go in regulation, but how big of a spark is that with 2 straight goals after trailing, you're now back in front?
Oh, huge. I mean, I'm so happy for the kid. I just saw how the bench reacted and how the fans reacted on the side. And
oh, a turnover. Sylvia's getting mauled by 4 Eagles in the mix. That is a cheap shot that he took down there. Let's see if any penalty's going to go. The referee with his arms up like, what are you doing?
Hey, as they say in boxing, protect yourself at all times, and Carter did a good job shelling up there, so he didn't take any unnecessary damage to the back of the head. So, but yeah, I don't know how that one happened.
Face-off will be on the right side of Golden. Raiders get to it, and it's off the outside of the net. Camara looked to catch up to it. Schneider tries to get control. He'll get it out of the zone. Lions now battling for it. Schneider's going to walk in the other way. His shot is saved by Rodriguez. Rebound off to the other side. Dio couldn't redirect it back into the mix. Now Somerset Berkley will take over as Diello played it off the boards as it comes down the ice. Camara in front. Nobody's there. Closest one was De Silva. Another nice rush up the other way. Deflected shot by McCosh will go out of play. Man, another good rush up the ice. The chance, again, didn't miss by much. Just hit the outside of the net.
Yeah, especially speaking about the coaching factor, right? Right after that goal, I looked over to the Somerset bench, and I saw Justin Couture, like, yeah, he was happy, but right before the puck drop, you could see him motioning those players, keep going, like, right off this momentum.
And you know why he says keep going. Power rankings calculated by win margin as well, not just strength of schedule and overall results. The Raiders get it again. McKenna plays it into the middle. Lofted up the ice by Carter Sylvia. Now Jason Smith back over to the left side of McLaughlin. McLaughlin hit by Sylvia. Palladino nudged by McKenna. Milne over the ice, and it might be a 2-on-1 here. Cam Baker on the left side shoots, and a save by Rodriguez. Will get his own rebound. Bastis with the hit. Deflected out in front, and the whistle blew. Might be a penalty coming up. Looks like a hold is the signal. And it looks like it's going against Plymouth North. The Raiders are going to go back to the man advantage. Not happy with the penalty is Cam Baker, who is leading that 2-on-1 attack. And they had it, but the penalty happened just as soon as the puck was sent right into the middle of the ice. And now a golden opportunity yet again, Mikey, for the Raiders to keep building the lead that they have.
Yeah, and no pun intended there, but Trevor Golden was not too happy at all with that penalty. You can see him complaining there. But, yeah, this is where the Raiders need to step up, take the 2-goal lead, hopefully, and just chip away and make smart passes on this power play right now.
Power play back on for Somerset Berkley. De Silva wins the faceoff. Rebello gives it back to the line. Royds tried to send it on down low, went off of Rebello. Taken behind the net by Plymouth North. Lions can't hold it in, forcing a chase by Lush. Lush deflected. De Silva helped get it forward again into the zone. On the clearance attempt was Garrett Kelly hit the helmet of Chase Lyons. Deflected on backward. Had to be careful. He's able to get it away. Now it's Lions Back to Royds. Rebello tried the pick play. Picked up, though, by Chapman. Raiders will get it back into the zone. Lions hit. No arm coming up again. Everybody with the arms in the air. Nobody's happy with the officiating tonight. Rebello pressured by Milne. He can't get it out of the zone. Second effort will finally go down off the stick of Logan Chapman with a minute to go on the power play. Here's Lush to Bastos. Bastos over the middle. Able to connect. Lions a shot saved by Golden. He'll hold it for the faceoff. Well, Mikey, with 2.5 minutes to go in the second period, what do you think the message should be in both of those locker rooms prior to going into the final 15 minutes?
Certainly to keep the intensity high. I mean, you could see that this game is getting trippier and trippier by the minute. But yeah, just stay smart and don't take any undisciplined penalties right now.
Back down the ice it goes. Gonzalez gets to it first in front of McGaughey. Nice burst of steam here. Adam Bastos has already got one. Holds it up, left point. Feeds it across. McKenna couldn't fish it out of his skate. Had Gonzalez as an option too. Doherty will send it down. Gonzalez on the backhand, waiting for McKenna to step up, and there it is in front of Doherty. McKenna, good bursts of steam into the zone, cutting into the middle, lost it on Doherty. He'll chip it down the ice. That'll do it for the Raider power play. One shot on goal during that 2-minute stretch. Back over the middle it goes. Baker to the right side. Palladino hit by McKenna. Stays in the zone for the moment. Smith hit by Sylvia. Bastos down on the play. Now Sylvia's down on the play. Almost popped in front. Might have hit the backside of the net. There it is in front. Tapped off to the corner maybe by Bastos. Up in the air it goes, sent back down by Dio, looking for something on the other side. Nice hit by Milne, deflects up. Golden is gonna stay at home, a race to the puck, and Sylvia sliding to try to get it down on one knee as it's played down for an icing. The senior Carter Sylvia giving 100% effort on that chase.
Yeah, I love the effort there by Carter. That was a great play. But it was almost a 5-on-3 back there with Bastos and Sylvia being down, and that could have went ugly for the Somerset Raiders.
And they get another penalty coming up. It's going against Plymouth North. Some confusion going on the ice as to what the penalty was that was called. I believe it's Baker going back to the box. What'd you think the penalty was, Mikey?
I think it was a hook there. That's where I saw the ref motion.
Be interested to see where the penalty might have taken place. It definitely wasn't when Sylvia was breaking down the other way. Maybe it was on that clearance attempt down the ice. Phil and Coach Ron High not too happy about that. Either way, power play back on for Somerset Berkley. 1 for 2 tonight. It's going to go over the glove of Royds down the ice. Gonzalez will pick it up with a minute on the clock. Over to Rebello. Rebello nearly turned over. Now it is as Milne picks it up in front of Royds. Milne spinning his way. Tied up in the corner against two Raiders. Palladino tried to come in to help. The backhand stays in the zone. Shot attempt saved by Rodriguez. Garrett Kelly took the shot. Maybe an odd man rush. Rebello in the middle nearly picked up. Milne now sliding down the ice. Royds in front. Can't find De Silva. Backhand by Palladino. Back into the middle. Milne sends it down 200 feet. Comes another step up. Lions short side blocked. It went off of Milne again. 10 seconds to go in the period. Royds maybe wants to generate one last chance as he sends it up. It goes out of the zone and another penalty's coming up. You can't take that kind of penalty. That's just selfish after the play, and we're going to go 4-on-4, and that's pretty much how period number 2 is going to end. You can see McKenna's not too happy about that one, but as a high Q hockey player as he is, you can't have that penalty being taken.
Yeah, no. Oh, and I was literally just about to say, going into this third period, I hope these captains are speaking up. Between McKenna, Gonzalez, and Bashadis, these guys need to step up big right now, and they need to put their capes on and show why they were chosen as captains for this team, because I need to see more from those three right now.
All right, we'll be 4-on-4 after this horn goes. It'll be for 56 seconds when we come back to start the third. And then after that 4-on-4 time is up, a minute 2-man advantage will come up for Plymouth North. 2-1 Somerset Berkley is the score with 15 minutes to go. Their goal scorers in that second period, Adam Bastis, Lucas Rebello. Your unofficial shot on goal tally, Plymouth North with 19, Somerset Berkley with 15. Brian, Mikey, and I will take another short break. Live stream audience, we're going to mute the mic. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Tape delay audience, you only get a 1-second break. We'll be back momentarily. Don't go anywhere.
should have enough time. Just try to get out around like 9 because I got to come back here.
All right, final 15 minutes to go in this high school ice hockey matchup from the Driscoll Arena in Fall River, Massachusetts. 2-1 Somerset Berkley over Plymouth North with 15 minutes to go. We're going to begin this third period on a 4-on-4, and then Plymouth North will have 1 minute and 2 seconds of power play time at the 14:04 mark of this third period. We thank you for joining us on any of our feeds, including our YouTube live stream. Keegan Hamblett alongside Mikey Alves on commentary. Brian Moniz running the camera. Mikey, we saw right at the end of the second period, Cam McKenna, one of their top players out on the ice and a team captain, take a penalty right at the blue line, and they're going to be without him for a couple of minutes. What does Somerset Berkley have to do in the opening 2 minutes of this third period?
Yeah, obviously they have to have a very strong kill right now, but wasn't the smartest play at all, penalty at all from McKenna, but you know, it happens, and hopefully this penalty kill can, it's 4-on-4 right now, but hopefully they can kill off this penalty once it becomes 5-on-4.
Rodriguez with an early first save in period number 3 as he blockers it out of play. And he'll have the face-off on his right side with Camara and Milne taking it. Again, Somerset Berkley is in white. You got Plymouth North in a deep shade of a mix between dark purple and black. Almost looks like a navy blue color out there. Machado can't get it out. Here's Palladino taking over, short side. Back to the point now, deflected on down. Rodriguez sees it through traffic. Milne took the shot. Kelly sent it down right to Palladino's already got a goal in this one. Mentioned earlier, we got to give another big congrats to Lucas Rebello. Freshman forward scored his first career goal, which was, as of now, the game-leading goal. Milne looking to pick it up in front of Gonzalez. Gets it back out. A nice move, deflected. Gonzalez will get to it. Kelly with the deflection. Now it's Lyons with the puck right in front of him. Not playing the puck, instead he's playing the body, and now you got a penalty coming up. Again, unnecessary. The puck was in front of him, but he was more focused on Jacob Dio.
Yeah, not only was the puck in front of him, the ref was directly in front of him watching that play there. So I don't know what he expected there. He knew that call was coming, and you know, he just kept chipping away at him when the puck wasn't there. He wasn't playing the puck. It wasn't necessary to play the body there at all for Somerset.
So now we're 4-on-3 in 8 seconds. It's going to be 5-on-3 for 1 minute and 2. Man advantage here for the Plymouth North Eagles. Couldn't have asked for any better with a chance to tie it up. McLaughlin, right side. Here's Smith walking in. Smith shoots. It's off the side of the net. Tapped the other way by Diello. It should stay into the zone. 1 penalty's over. We're 5-on-3 for 55 seconds. Gonzalez deflected a couple of times. McLaughlin now plays it off to the side. Smith back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, now it's Jason Smith. McLaughlin again, poked by Bastos. McLaughlin still going. Bastos takes over and he sends down a huge clearance. Golden out of the crease will leave it for Doherty. Pat Doherty across, takes a touch. Stays in the zone here for Plymouth North. Diello looking to battle against Palladino. Now it's Doherty off to the side. Milne sees a lane. Johnny Milne shoots, save Rodriguez, rebound. Milne got back to it. Now chasing it behind the net. Milne leaves it for Doherty. Doherty tapped by Bastos. Stays in the zone on a sliding play by Jason Smith. 5 seconds on the 5-on-3. One-timer, save Rodriguez. Milne gets it on back to Doherty. 1 penalty's over. It's a 5-on-4. Shot and a glove save by Rodriguez. Gavin Rodriguez with 3 big saves in the last minute, Mikey. And he's kept his team in front, but Plymouth North still on the man advantage for another 45.
Yeah, for sure, Keegan. He's continuing to play spectacular right now, and 45 seconds left to go.
Doherty lost it. Smith now battling with Sylvia. Sylvia's going to back up at the blue line. Here comes Smith again, defended by Lush. Smith looking to find an angle, going behind the net. On the backhand, can't send it out in front as Diello had the body down. Smith will chop it. It gets by Diello. Johnny Milne behind. Milne on the backhand away. Back to the top of the line here. Smith shooting it, save Rodriguez. It's good he didn't give up a rebound because Milne was waiting for it right in front. Rodriguez holds for another face-off. They've been getting shots and shots on this man advantage, just can't bury one yet.
Yeah, and I also have to give credit to Somerset Berkley. Their communication on that penalty kill, on this penalty kill right now, has looked very good. I mean, they've stood in their positions, they've switched matchups very, 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 very well, and their communication is key right now.
De Silva looking to get it out of the zone. Milne looking to find it now. One-time shot deflected, scores. Is it going to count? Is it going to count? It does not look like it's going to. They are motioning for a high stick. No goal is the call. You saw it take a deflection as it went through. Johnny Milne, I think, was the one that deflected it. It won't count. Now the faceoff's going to go down to Trevor Golden's end, I think, or it might be right over here. Now we're waiting for a discussion with the officials and the Plymouth North bench. I didn't think it was a goal when it happened, but obviously the Eagles players out there are not too enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, no, that stick right there was way above the crossbar. I don't think it was that close to call there for referee Mark Silva.
Plymouth North thought they had the equalizing goal. It gets waved off, and now their power play is about to expire in 1 second right after they drop this puck. And the Raiders win the draw. Gonzalez shoots it, tipped, and Bastos can't walk forward. Another body was down right in front with Daniel McLaughlin. Back up the other way it goes, and a nudge made on McKenna by McGaughey. Nice stick drag. McGaughey couldn't get in. Last one back was Gonzalez. Nudged again, and Gonzalez just cross-checks down Philip Schneider to the ice. Here's Sylvia trying to get back to it, poked away by McLaughlin. The Eagles will go up the other way, 2-on-2. McKenna racing on back, made the hit. Back into the middle it goes. Philip Schneider on the right side, lost it. Machado now trying to play it up. A couple funny bounces. McGaughey leaves it short. And Machado will get it away to Carter Sylvia on the right side, now looking to come behind again. Sylvia lost it. Picked back up by the Eagles, deflected. McGaughey leaves it. Shot by Kelly off a skate. Schneider goes to the corner against Gonzalez. Sylvia gets it for the Raiders. Will get it out of the zone. Delayed offside. Everybody's got to tap up. Here's Machado, left side, and McKenna will just send it up as the Raiders are going to have to do a line change here. Palladino still working, lost the puck. Camara, the backhand, Lions. Got nudged off of it, didn't fall down though. Now on the right side, hauled down to the ice of Sawicki. 10:42 to go in regulation. The Raiders still holding on to a 1-goal lead. Camara off a skate. Now it's Lions looking to chip it up. Camara got a stick in there. Palladino gets it as he races on back. Now he'll step up over the red line, dumps it into the zone. Diallo goes short to Lions. Lions hit at the line by Baker. Stepping in, the Eagles. Milne shot wide on the right side. Lions looks to get it again. Now it's Camara going up the ice the other way. Camara has a step. Tried to get the stick down. He couldn't get it in front of Dio. Another nice hit. Penalty coming up. Or maybe not. It looked like it was delayed pass. Rodriguez was halfway to the bench. Good thing he read that and got back in time. Now we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. It looks like it is offside.
Yeah, my heart just dropped for a second for Gavin Rodriguez because the referee completely sold me that was a penalty there, but I'm not sure what happened.
Hey, I thought it was too. We were both fooled up here. Might have been played with the high stick. That might have been what it was, and then somebody on Somerset Berkley couldn't be the next one to touch it. Now it's McKenna knocked down right by the blue line. Picks it on back, as unable to get it forward was Doherty. Rebello on the backhand in. Goes on the other side for McLaughlin. Looking to poke it up for McGaughey. McGaughey can't get it out of the zone. Bastos there for the Raiders. Falls on back. McLaughlin to Doherty. Doherty to the left side. Left on behind. Deflected. McGaughey to the line. Off the skate of Machado. Kept in. McLaughlin looks to go down the other way this time for Chapman. Squirts out, everybody's got to tap up again. Doherty and play it off to the right side. Picking it up is Chapman. Chapman enters in by one, behind a couple of guys. Machado gets it away to Bastos. And now Bastos will get in on the right side. Bastos now working against Doherty. It got in front. Golden might have gotten a piece of it. Machado stepping up. On the backhand now at the line, unable to keep it in was Camara. Here's the step, shot blockered, and out of play. It was Chapman who took, and the faceoff's going to be over here.
Yeah, I mean, both sides, they're playing very strong right now. It's weird. It's been like the first two periods were like two different hockey teams. The first period was completely controlled by Plymouth North, and the second period was decisively controlled by Somerset. And this is just back and forth right now. I love it.
Shot blocked in front, the backhand. Rodriguez got a stick on there. Follow-up comes in front and unable to get it away with Smith. Here's De Silva playing it up the ice, looking to find Lyons. Golden will let it go for an icing. Mikey, I'm telling you, Somerset Berkley is leaving this middle of the ice right in front of Rodriguez, maybe a 5-10-foot stretch wide open. Yeah, Jason Smith, who is right there. I'm telling you, if they don't fix the game plan right now, Plymouth North's going to even this thing up.
Yeah, and that was something they struggled with last year, even with Mason Sullivan. Their net front presence was never that strong, and I've noticed that a lot with this game. I mean, there's been points where they pick up on the guy in front, but I'm saying they're lacking in front right now.
Gavin Kamara for the Raiders with 8.5 to go. Picked back up in the middle on the backhand in front, and it went off of Lush. Intended target was Schneider. Lush struggling again, trips down a man, a penalty coming up. That one, though, was not Lush's fault as the stick was down on the ice, but another man advantage is coming up for Plymouth North.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if Somerset's trying to give Plymouth North a gift right now, but they can't keep taking penalties like this because they know it's going to resort to on the score sheet. They need to stay smart.
One of the main keys to the game that Justin Kuchar and I talk about before every single game is staying disciplined. It's been a tough last 8 minutes or so for Somerset Berkley. It's a stretch of now, I believe, 3 penalties, and they got to kill off another one. Gonzalez sends it around. At the line it goes. Deflected by McKenna. McLaughlin on the backhand. Bastos got a stick. Doherty picks it up. Backhand deflected wide. Milne will leave it a pick play here. McLaughlin back to the side. Palladino shoots, blocked by Machado. Rebound tapped away by McKenna. McLaughlin back to the line. Here's Smith feeding it across. Dominic Palladino, who already scored one, looking for another. Dishes at Smith, the shot blocked again by Machado. Gonzalez can't get it out. McLaughlin walking in, kicks it to himself, loose in front, and it's put wide by Doherty. Rodriguez back up. Palladino to the top. Smith back. Palladino shoots, blocked again by Machado. What a penalty kill for Lucas Machado. Goes back to the line. Doherty back. Palladino shoots, blocked again. It's off Machado again, and it's going to come out of the zone. Lucas Machado, take a bow, my friend. What is it? 4 blocks on that penalty kill. And still 50 seconds on the man advantage. Jason Smith comes in, shoots, and it's off the side of the net. Gonzalez picks it up, glove down, behind by Diallo, can't get it out. Doherty fanned on it, walking in. His shot and a glove save by Rodriguez. Man, oh man, how about Machado and Rodriguez in the last minute 23?
Yeah, I mean, even though despite Somerset keeps shooting themselves in the foot, I mean, Rodriguez has just looked absolutely outstanding here. I sound like a broken record tonight praising this kid, but he's looked great. But I noticed Lucas Machado blocked a shot, and he was definitely visibly hurt there. And he came to the bench, and Coach Horta seemed to be very angry with him for some reason. Maybe it was a bad change, but I don't know.
It's going to come out. Jason Smith couldn't stick down the clearance attempt by Anthony Diallo, and Diallo's going to get on the end of it, and he sends it down the ice. The D-Corps playing big right now for Somerset Berkley with 6:35 to go. Off the stick of Nathaniel McGaughey. Back on the other side. Smith will get to it. Smith poke checked by Sylvia. He's got Kamara ahead if he can get it to him. Kamara in a race for the puck. We'll get there first. Didn't get in on a breakaway. And now McLaughlin looking to send it over the middle, and a trip, and another penalty's coming up. As soon as one penalty ends, another one's about to begin. It'll start on the next Raiders touch. Back on the other side, collision of bodies. Diallo with a nice hit, backhand in front. And you know what? Plymouth North is going to play it smart. They're going to reset, tap everybody up. You want to have as much advantage time as you can get, and there's the nudge, or maybe a touch. Power play back on the board for Plymouth North, and the fans here are livid, but again, it's the right call as Sylvia is going to the box.
Yeah, and Somerset's lucky they're not going down 2 guys right now because I'm not sure who it was. Somebody slid and clearly tripped one of the Plymouth North players, so I think Somerset definitely lucked out there.
Gabe Gonzalez in a discussion with the officials. We know coming in how big this game was. If you want to qualify for the state tournament, you got to kill off these penalties. Right now, if the season ended today, they wouldn't be in, and they got to kill off another one. You want to get to 500 on the year. Palladino back. Smith's shot. It couldn't hit the skate of Gonzalez. Now it's Milne feeding it across. Bastos cuts it off. Adam Bastos sends it down the ice. Jason Smith, he scored big goals before in his career, will step in on the left. Smith holds it up behind the net. Smith still working with the puck on Gonzalez. Smith will send it on down behind. We'll see if Milne can get to it, and he can. Milne back out. Palladino holding. Doherty in the middle. Shot blocked by Machado. Loose in the area. Second try goes off to the side. Milne looking to kick in, and he does to Smith. Smith leaves it for McLaughlin. McLaughlin hit off to the side. Down on a knee and able to get it away to Bastos was McKenna. They send it down. They're halfway through the penalty kill.
A great defensive play there by McKenna. Just on his knees, knocking that puck away. Great play.
Here come the Eagles again. It's a shot that's saved. I thought it was Doherty for a second, but instead it was Palladino. Gavin Rodriguez has been standing on his head during these penalty kills for Somerset Berkley, unofficially at 28 saves.
Yeah, and speaking about body language before it, you can see just by Gavin Rodriguez how he's acting. He's feeling himself right now. Just if he can stay hot for the rest of this game, I mean, Somerset is looking like a wagon right now.
Diallo will send it around, and it's going to come out, and it's going to make its way all the way down the ice. What a game we have had. Wish it could go on all night, but unfortunately only 4.5 minutes to go. Tap back into the zone. Diallo on the backhand. Got it away from Doherty. Tripped up. No arm goes out. It's in front. Rodriguez with the save, and it goes right through the mouth of goal. Now the net's off its pegs. So the pegs get reset with 4:19 to go in the game, 26 seconds on the Plymouth North power play. We'll go 1 in, 1 out here as Smith will go off. McLaughlin comes back on. Face-off is going to be just outside of the zone. Milne able to get it to himself. Milne got by 2, and he's knocked down. Diallo sends it down again. Question's going to become if Plymouth North can't score soon, when are they going to pull Trevor Golden? Daniel McLaughlin stepping up into the zone. McLaughlin nudged by Lyons. McLaughlin, edge of the circle. McLaughlin on the backhand gets it away as the penalty's over. Poked out of the zone by Carter Sylvia. Here's Palladino. Still being pressured. This time it's by Gavin Kamara. He's still going with the puck. He's going to try to do it all by himself. It's blocked by Lush. Lush is going to loft it up. It won't make it all the way. It would have been on frame anyway. Garrett Kelly lost it. Backhand. Gavin Kamara comes out of the zone. It is offside. Mikey, you also got both of these coaches with the timeout to use. Do you think we see it from Plymouth North at all that they use their timeout?
Yeah, I'm not sure about right now, but definitely within the next minute. I mean, if you don't know when you're going to get another opportunity for a whistle after this one, so.
Sent right back in, running on back is Dio. Back to the right side to Kelly, back to Dio. Dio looks to play it over the middle. Nice hit. It was by McKenna. Back down the ice, and it's going to be an icing. I'm telling you, and making that hit, I believe was Lucas Machado. I'm telling you, Lucas Machado, this might be up there. I don't care if he's not on the score sheet or not. This might be the best game he's ever played in his high school career tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, the amount of block shots I've seen him make tonight, it's like he's putting his body out on the line, and you know he's going to wake up tomorrow morning hurting because of the sacrifices he's made this game.
And there we go. We just talked about it. A timeout is going to be called by Plymouth North with 3:04 to go. We'll take a short break. We'll mute the live stream, and we'll pause on our tape delay feeds. We'll be right back. Back in Fall River, 3:04 to go in regulation. The Raiders are barely, and when we say barely, we mean barely holding on to a 2-1 lead and a classic Division II matchup. Newer matchup that started out last year, in which the Raiders took it in Plymouth and they tied here at Driscoll. And it was a 2-2 tie last year. The Eagles win it, and Smith's shot wouldn't fall. Now it's Palladino looking to tap it up. Rebello will help get it out of the zone. Here comes Bastos the other way. The net is empty. Back on the other side. Machado will pick it up, and the Eagles will get it. Here's McLaughlin. Played over the middle. Here comes Johnny Milne. Milne on the backhand, still working with it. Had Palladino short. Gonzalez with the whack in there. Gonzalez still going. Milne got it away from Rebello. Doherty gets it out to the point. Smith to Doherty. Doherty shot blocked in front. He got back to the puck. It's on Rodriguez, who covers it. Well, Mikey, I don't know about you. I'm really shocked Plymouth North pulled the goalie with 3 minutes to go in this one.
Yeah, a very bold move by Plymouth North, but I mean, get the extra guy out there. They want to take the chance. I guess that's what they think is going to get them the score right now.
Shot attempt. Rodriguez will save another one. And I'm going to tell you something because I've been keeping track up here. You want to know where your shots on goal in this third period are? Plymouth North 13, Somerset Berkley 0. Unreal by the Raiders defensive unit in this third period. There's the backhand. Lush trying to get it out of the zone. Camara with some help. Lions now in a race to the puck against McLaughlin. Ended up behind. Looked like a hold. Not going to be called that time. Smith with 2 minutes on the clock. Smith across to the left side. It's going to be dumped in. Rodriguez will stick it away. Diallo looks to pick it up in front of Milne. Diallo had an angle on it, now trying to kick it. Kicked by Lions. Into the mix it goes. Da Silva off the boards. Back to neutral ice. Here's Gavin Camara. Tried to bury and it gets deflected off the netting and out of play. And now I think you got to put Trevor Golden back into the cage as the faceoff is going to be over there, and they will. So now Plymouth North, you got to get another rush up the other way, and you got to get Golden off the ice again.
Yeah, and obviously the shots on goal is the way it is because of the amount of times Somerset's been in the box this period. What has it been, 3 times already? And the end of last period, it would make it 3. But they can't just keep trying to win this game on points with their back against the ropes. They got to turn it up right now.
That is the first shot unofficially in the third period as they redirected it on frame to Golden. And Plymouth North picked it up, but they still can't get it out. Rebello's going to send it down with 1:20 to go. Back behind the net and trying to get on the end of it is Baker, who tapped it forward. That is an icing. I mean, I don't know if this result will put it up there as the upset of the season so far for Somerset Berkley, but if they hold on, you're talking maybe one of the more impressive wins over the last year and a half for this crew. As the faceoff is going to be on the right side of Trevor Golden. McKenna tried to kick it to himself. It's going to go the other way to Doherty. Golden retreating to the other side. Rodriguez with the glove. He's going to leave it short. Gonzalez can't get it out. Shot attempt. Rodriguez, dangerous rebound shot, and he got another one. Final minute, the Raiders are up 1. Doherty takes it off to the side. Looking to find Palladino down low. Milne back. Palladino. Now it's Bastis who will get it out of the zone. Resetting on back, and now Rodriguez is going to play it and leave it short. Gonzalez sees a lane, and it's going to go wide. It will be an icing. Pretty much everybody in the building now standing up on their feet. 40 seconds. I mean, if you're Plymouth North, if you win this face-off, what are you drawing up? Who do you want your guy to take the shot?
I would definitely send Chapman for that one-timer there and just get loose change in front and try to scoop and score whatever you can get right now. Just shots on net.
We saw Chapman on that second period. That might have been the hardest shot I've ever seen for a high school hockey game. We have another timeout called with 40.2 in regulation. Timeout is called by Somerset Berkley. Let's recap where we're at right now while we have a minute or two here. Somerset Berkley goal scorers are Adam Bastis, which was his 9th of the season. Lucas Rebello, his first career goal, first of the season. The first goal of the game came from Plymouth North in the first period, and it came off the stick of Dominic Palladino. Your unofficial shot on goal tally, Plymouth North 36, Somerset Berkley with 16. Next game coming up for Somerset Berkley will be Monday at Westboro. Next game for Plymouth North back at home against Nauset, the reigning state champions. The net remains vacant on the Eagles side. Bastis and Milne on the draw with 40.2 to go. Milne able to win it, comes out to Smith, feeds it across, shot tipped wide. Smith catches up to it in front of Gonzalez. Milne now battling in there as well. Doherty's waiting. Milne gets it away to Doherty. Back to Milne. Back to Doherty, short side. McLaughlin. Doherty shoots it. Blocked. Off to the side. Smith catches up to it. Gonzalez will flick it out of the zone. It goes to the other side of the red line with 13 seconds. McLaughlin hauled down. The Eagles trying to enter in. They get a man offside. 7 seconds to go. Bastis with the nudge on Milne. Milne trying to cut into the middle. That's going to do it. It's behind the net, and the Raiders win it. I look at this, you see how big this win is for this Raiders program as the handshake line goes on, all the celebrations going on the ice. Mikey, what a game, what a win. The Raiders are back to 500 on the year.
Yeah, I mean, it's so clear how much this win meant for this team there. For a regular season game to react like that, it means a lot. And I can't believe, honestly, Somerset survived that third period onslaught of just constantly being on their back foot, backs against the ropes. But their defensive effort was incredible. They didn't obviously get many offensive opportunities, but I'm very, very impressed by Gavin Rodriguez and the entire Somerset Berkley Regional Raiders roster there. Great effort by this team.
For Plymouth North, unofficially, they had 36 shots on goal. They were only able to bury one. There were a couple posts in the mix. Going into their next game in just 2 days' time, what do you think has to change from them in order to get back in the win column?
Yeah, I mean, both teams played really well tonight. But, if I'm Plymouth North, you just got to kind of have a short-term memory. It was a heartbreaking loss tonight, but they played great teams all year, and I'm sure playing great competition that their team will only continue to get better. So great effort on both sides. Very impressed with both sides play of hockey. That was a great game. Probably my favorite game I've commentated in the past 2 years of doing this. That was fun.
For Justin Kuchar, in his first year as head coach, this is easily his top win of the year so far. For our live stream audience, that is going to do it for our coverage tonight. For our tape delay audience, we're going to have probably a lot of fun on our post-game show when we get a couple of these Raiders players up here. So live stream audience, thank you for watching. The next game against Westboro, well, I do not think will be live streamed. I know I'm not making the trip up, so we will see you at some point next week for either basketball or a later hockey game next weekend. Tape delay.